Hey, it's Jamie, and today we're rehashing Ruth 1-2. Ruth is my very favorite book of the Bible for many reasons, but it's my very favorite book of the Bible. It really shows you how to set a Christian example. And what I mean by that is, if you see a pastor out smoking cigarettes outside of a church, that's not really setting a Christian example. That doesn't make you want to be a Christian, like, oh yeah, he'll break all your chains except for this one. You know what I mean? Or if you see a cursing parishioner or a gossiping Christian, you don't want to be like them. But if you sit back and go, oh, that Jamie, she doesn't curse, she doesn't gossip, she doesn't watch lewd videos, I want to be just like her. That's the person we're supposed to be like, if that makes sense. And the book of Ruth is all about setting the Christian example. So here's how we open the book. We're only going to go through half today. We open it during the time of Judges and during a famine, unfortunately. And there's a man named Elimelech, and they're from Judah. And Elimelech decides to pack up his wife Naomi and his 2 sons and head over to Moab in search of some food. So that's what they do. Unfortunately, almost right away, Naomi's husband dies and she's left with her 2 sons. And then within 10 years, her sons both die. And she's left with 2 daughters-in-law, the Moab women that her sons had married. And their names are Ruth and Orpah. So now Naomi's a little lost, and she hears that the Lord is blessing a harvest back in her hometown. So she decides, you know what? I'm going to solo trek it back home, which is very dangerous, right? So Naomi and Ruth and Orpah, they set out on the road, but then Naomi realizes, you know what? I'm a Christian woman. I'm a good woman. I can't bring these girls with me on this trek. First of all, it's dangerous. Second of all, they're from here. They're from Moab. So he turns to the girls and she says, listen, you have a way better chance of remarrying if you stay here. You have your family here. Your friends are here. You shouldn't come with me to a strange land with a strange God and strange people. No, that's not what you want. Stay here in Moab. So this fighting goes back and forth a little bit. And then finally, Orpah decides to respect her mother-in-law's wishes. And she says, okay, I'll go. I'm going to go home to my family. And Naomi's like, great, take Ruth with you. We'll talk about what happened with Ruth tomorrow. But Orpah leaves and heads back to her family. And that leaves just Naomi and Ruth. What a Christian example here from both of these women. Orpah for finally listening to her mother-in-law, but also insisting that she go to keep her safe. And Naomi for insisting she stay behind, even though, there's power in numbers and there's safety in numbers. So the more people they have on their trek, the better they're going to be. But she knows she's a Christian woman and she can't do that to these girls. So she leaves Orpah behind. So just something to think about today. Tomorrow we're going to do Ruth 3-4 and we're going to do the rest of the story, which is a great story, by the way. You're going to love it. But I want to stop here because I want to leave with you the idea of setting this Christian example. You have to be somebody who everyone wants to be like. Not all the time. Of course, we're all human. We all have slip-ups. We all sin, blah, blah, blah. But I'm saying if your focus is constantly trying to set a Christian example, the odds of you actually doing so are way greater, if that makes sense. Okay, so tomorrow, Ruth 3-4. I hope you have a blessed day. Please like this video if you liked it. It helps YouTube spread the gospel. And I hope you have a blessed day. And don't forget to say your prayers.
This is the Bible in a Year theme song.